what's up to everyone? So I'm also producing this service along with the chakra service, right? It's new compared to how long I've been doing this. I decided to actually offer this to y'all because it's called getting back to zero, right? A lot of times people get scared of getting back to zero, but it's actually something that's necessary. A lot of times people don't seem to understand that unless you get back to zero, you're going to get back to zero regardless. That's just a part of life. You can either do it willingly or something can come along to ultimately threaten the things that you've got and the things that you've built, and it will destroy you so that you can get back to zero. Now, obviously, people won't want that to happen. So what I would suggest to people is for them to willingly get back to zero, okay? Now, what I mean when I say get back to zero is in spirituality, just understanding how life works, right? Which is, I guess you could say spirituality, right? Because life is a school anyway. When you understand how life works, right? You understand how spirituality works, mysticism works. There comes a point where there comes a point where, and this is why it is that I say that zero, right, i.e. the Fool, is the most powerful major arcana in the tarot deck, because the Fool actually represents the principle that you're supposed to use in your daily life. And how you do that is, well, not how, rather, because that's what it is I'm going to teach you, but why you should be doing that is when your self-importance, right, your confidence, right, gets a little bit too high and it gets a little bit too abundant, what happens here is that a lot of people end up becoming arrogant if they are not aware of their self-importance becoming a little bit too powerful, and it's getting out of hand, right? Because they're not at zero, right? So what happens here is that no matter if it's, we could use whatever analogy you want, no matter if it's mixed martial arts, you become too arrogant, you start underestimating your opponents start beating you. It doesn't matter if it's chess, it doesn't matter, no matter what it is. Even when it comes to riches, right? You think you're too good to mop your own floors, right? You start putting yourself in a situation where you start paying people to clean your floors and stuff like this. Now you have less money in your pocket for something you could really do yourself. When you don't get back to zero, you basically become arrogant. And what will happen here is you will put your entire lifestyle that you've built for yourself in jeopardy because of your arrogance. There will be a force spiritually, or whether it comes in the form of a person, but there will be a force, whether it's a person or a spiritual force, i.e. a problem that comes across your desk, or a person that is going to threaten your lifestyle and pretty much destroy everything you've built. This is the reason why it is that, and I don't watch wrestling, but this is the reason why it is that some wrestlers, right, in the storylines, how when they win a championship, they start turning from the face to the heel, right? To where they start going from the hero to the villain, right? Because they're trying so hard to hold on to that championship, and they're like arrogant and stuff like this. That's showing you, that's basically playing, because wrestling is all about like archetypes and roles and things like this. It's basically like a play. So the thing is that it's showing you what happens when you don't kind of humble yourself down and get back to zero. And you can do that with methodologies, and I can show you how in the service. All you have to do is hit me up, Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com, and I'll teach you how to do that, right? fairly simple, right? It's easy to understand. Yeah, I do it all the time. Get back to zero.